On this episode of Small Town Gen X. Do you remember that first hotel we stayed in?
Oh, jeez. It was like the hotel.
It was like that was like itself too. There was like a nice part of the hotel, and then there was like the rat motel.
Yeah.
And we were in the rat motel.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even clean.
No, it was.
We had ashes in our ashtray still.
Yes. Yes.
It was dirty. It was like bed bug city.
It was dirty.
If there were bed bugs back
and then
then.
the doors were right to the outside, which I hated.
Yes.
And I feel like I remember running around.
We did run around, and we got locked out.
So we obviously weren't that scared.
No, but we got locked
around.
out. And that, remember? And we went in that banquet.
Then the banquet room.
And there was a banquet going on.
And
we're like, oops.
We were like wedding crashers before that was cool.
Yes, before that was cool. We're banquet crashers.
Hello? Oh, do I have a story for you? Oh, do tell.
Hello and welcome to the podcast Small Town Gen X. I'm Kate DeCoste.
And I'm Launa Larson.
And let's just get right back into our conversation from last week. And I love Bender when he's like, she keeps talking. He's like saying all that stuff to her. And she's like, can I eat my lunch? He's like,
can you?
I don't know if you can.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Give it a try. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, yeah. You can try.
You can try.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember thinking that too, though. And now I like sushi.
Oh, I don't like sushi.
I know you were going to say that, but I knew you were going to totally be like, no. I like certain sushi, not all. And I hadn't been a very big sushi person.
Yeah.
And then we did something as like with my cousins, and I was like, well, we'll try it. And Tim and I were like, oh, we actually like sushi.
Oh.
Yeah. And then it's been a while, but we did go and have all you can eat sushi. And you think in Lincoln,
gosh, where's that?
There's a couple places in Lincoln, but the one we went to, it's kind of over by Costco.
Okay.
It's like that shopping. There's like a kind of like a place right
strip
across,
mall
kind of strip mall.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know there's some places like in downtown Lincoln as well that do all you can eat. You pay a certain amount. But you would think you could eat so much, but you can't.
You can't. It fills you up.
Yeah. You kind of have to be like, don't eat soup.
Yeah.
You can have soup because then that's going to fill you up, you know? Because I'd be like, well, let's order this and this and this. And then we were like, because if you can't take it with you.
Okay.
And if you don't eat it, you get charged extra, like maybe $1 per roll or something, because they have to like throw that away or whatever, and they don't want you ordering. It's it's kind of like a buffet.
Right.
Like you can't like pack up your.
Well, you
buffet
could if
lunch.
you take your baggies with you.
Well,
you throw them in your baggies.
You could.
I've known people to do that.
Really?
Yes.
I've never done that, and I don't think I know anyone.
Oh.
Or maybe I know this person that you're talking about, but
maybe not baggies, but like a napkin.
Really?
Yes.
So obviously something not saucy.
No. Usually I think
like
it was
a crab
chicken.
rangoon.
Well, not just Chinese or whatever, or egg roll. I'm just in general.
At a buffet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that happen before. But yeah, you'll get charged. So I remember I was like, oh,
yeah,
eat that, Tim. I was like, oh. And he was like, well, you're the one that wanted to order all this. And I was like, I can't eat anymore. I'm going to throw like it hurt.
It hurt.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But back when I watched that movie for a long time, because that's just been a few years.
Right.
We realized that we liked it.
Yeah.
Because when I went to Korea, like would have been like 2001. No, would have been. Well, yeah, I think it was May of 2001. It was right before 9/11.
Okay.
And John got married, and so I went to Korea, and they had they do things, it's different.
Right.
They had an engagement party, and it was like, it was like days before the actual wedding.
Okay.
So we were there for that. And one of the foods, it was like this huge raw fish that people just like took a slice off of and like put it on your plate.
Oh.
And what didn't help me is I think I was like,
was it cooked?
No.
Oh.
No. Everything else I think was cooked.
Okay. So it was raw fish.
But that was like raw. And I remember I didn't eat very much because I was like jet lagged, I think, and I didn't really feel well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sat down and I saw that and I was like,
ooh.
Oh God. And so ever since then, like I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Because the whole time I was in Korea, I looked like such an American because I was like, can I have a fork at any restaurant? And they were probably
like, burger?
Can I have a burger? No, I would eat the food. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
It was different because you really didn't get a plate. Like when you went to restaurants, you would like take your fork, because that's what I had, or your chopsticks if you were, more coordinated.
If you could do the chopsticks,
you literally just would take, it'd be like family style, but it wasn't like family style here where there's like a serving spoon and
you just take one piece or something
and you eat it.
Oh, and then you stick your chopstick or your fork back in there?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So I could do that. I was fine with that. And I was always with her family. It's not like I was
Could you do that now?
I don't think I could do that now.
I couldn't.
After like
then,
COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of things though, like pre 9/11 but that whole fish thing, that took me a long time to be like, I can't eat sushi. But I also thought that all sushi was raw and it's not.
Oh, yeah.
So like there's fried
stuff. There's fried, yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
I'm a freak about people putting their hands in a potato chip bag.
Well, then you definitely would not be able to do this family style in Korea. I'm guessing they still, do
this
that,
was even before, like when the girls were little. I'd be like, ooh, pour it out on your napkin or,
But you could share popcorn?
I could.
But just not potato chips?
No, I don't like it when people put their hands in the bag.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's because when they're putting you are kind of like, you're touching everything.
Well, yeah, but you're touching popcorn too.
But you're not really like, when you get popcorn, you're just
the top.
You're pretty much taking, you're not sticking your whole hand in there and being like, I gotta get
all the good ones.
Yeah,
the buttery,
the butt. I was like, it's like, is this a new term of chip? I don't know. So yeah, for lunch wise, back with Bender and all of them, I would have eaten. I would have eaten Andrew's lunch,
the soup.
And no, that was Brian.
I'm sorry. Yes, his sandwiches.
I would have ate.
I wonder what kind of sandwiches he had.
I wonder. It was probably like bologna. I bet it had like meat in it.
I'm sure.
Like he was a meat eater because he was a wrestler.
Well, yeah, he's a wrestler.
Probably like.
Didn't he have a whole bag of chips too?
Yeah. Like a whole family style chips.
I would have been an Allison eater. That and soup.
You would have had.
I would have. Yeah, but I wouldn't have thrown my bologna up on the statue. And I don't know if I would have put pixie sticks on
it,
but maybe Captain Crunch.
I know that does kind of sound.
It does kind of sound good
because I feel like she had like Wonder Bread. Like I feel like it was white,
right?
So I feel like having like Wonder Bread and Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
I think that would have been good. You know who else would have been like Allie?
Who?
Jenny.
Yes.
She would have had those pixie sticks.
She would have had the pixie sticks.
She would have thrown that
meat.
Bologna.
Yes. She would have been crabby all day.
She would have been crabby all day. She never would have let you do all the things that she let Claire.
Yes.
Are you being so nice to me? Because you're letting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she never would have done that. She would have been crabby the whole time.
Yeah, she would have. Sorry, Jenny.
She's like, yeah, I know.
I was just thinking, and this is totally off the subject, but Miranda, they went to DC for Close Up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And all I keep thinking about is when we were on our bus and that Russian girl had that sticky hand. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
And she kept flinging it. And it hit Jenny in the face. it like stuck there, and she just like her face was just like. She was so mad. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's all I kept thinking about was that. Out of all that, everything
that
in close up, that's all I could think about is when that Russian, and she said something else about a democracy or something, like go to vote. But yeah, when Jenny got smacked in the face with that.
Was she blonde? Was she the blonde
She was like either blonde or red hair, kind of like. She had curly hair. She had big hair.
Yes. Now I remember.
It was like
what
naturally
like.
curly.
Yes. And glasses.
Yes.
I do remember what you're talking about. I feel like we had like a really good bus, though.
We did have a good bus.
I loved our bus.
I did too.
Like we had the
I did
best
too. I can't
people.
believe we were all on that bus.
I know we had a lot
together.
of Wahoo people and the girls.
Just the girls. It seemed like I don't think we had any boys.
I don't think we did.
Mm-mm.
I think maybe the boys. Some of the boys. Maybe like some of our buses when we were at somewhere and they were like we were
right.
Because I have pictures
with
some of the boys.
Yeah, but not on our bus. Not on our actual bus.
Yeah,
and I don't remember. Did we all go to the same things at the same time? Like you said, we had pictures, but I know the one day we all went together. It was our class, wasn't it? That we had to go to when we were at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember having pictures of us all like at this table.
Right.
And it was all of us.
Okay.
And we were all sitting together. And I feel like we had to.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't
of course we had to, because otherwise we wouldn't have done it.
No.
Or crossing the street. Remember that situation?
I do remember that situation. Thinking like if we were in the Breakfast Club, that was such a big school. Like they didn't really know each other. Like Claire and Andrew, I don't even know if they knew
of each other.
Yeah, they kind of maybe had the different kind of rap
group.
Yeah. But everybody else, I feel like they didn't know at all. Can you imagine us
not knowing anybody or everybody?
Well, yeah, like if we were in at a Saturday detention with our friend. Well, you and I would have been in trouble because we would have been talking and laughing. So we would have been
in detention. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's like why when I had my in school, we had to have our backs to each other. And I don't think we did talk. I don't think we did.
You're probably too scared back then.
Probably. And Mrs. Rini was right there.
Right.
Like we had no.
And she was like, "Be quiet."
Yeah.
I doubt she would do that.
No, she was not.
She would not do that. She probably would talk.
Yes. But I feel like if we were in a library with the door shut.
Right. Screws fall out all the time.
They do. It's anarchy.
I think I believe that's what that Russian said on our bus. Something about anarchy. Something about voting. I don't remember her name, but she was Russian. Do you remember that first hotel we stayed in?
Oh, jeez. It was like the hotel.
It was like like itself too. There was like a nice part of the hotel, and then there was like the rat motel.
Yeah.
And we were in the rat motel.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even clean.
No, it was.
We had ashes in our ashtray still.
Yes.
It was dirty. It was like bed bug city.
It was dirty.
There were bed bugs back
and then the doors were right to the outside, which I hated.
Yes.
And I feel like I remember running around.
We did run around, and we got locked
we obviously
out.
weren't that scared.
No, but we got locked out. And we went in that banquet.
Then the banquet room.
And there was a banquet going on. And we're like, oops.
We were like wedding crashers before that was cool.
Yes, before that was cool.
Yeah.
We're banquet crashers. Maybe it was a wedding. I don't remember what it was.
Because that would have been a Saturday, I think.
Yes, because we got to go early. We were the first class that. Now they go 2 days early. We only got to go 1.
I know. For some reason, I don't know why, but Tim just this morning said something like, "Have you ever been to Alexandria?" And I was like, yes, I have. And because then he asked me, he was like, it was something about Starbucks. He's like, did you go to the Starbucks there? And I was like, I was in high school. I don't know. I don't even think I knew what Starbucks was.
Was Starbucks?
I don't remember why
that was a big thing when we were in high school.
I don't remember knowing what Starbucks was until I lived in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then worked there. And I think the first time I really had a drink there was when I worked there.
When you worked there? Well, maybe we just weren't into...
That wasn't really a... mean, I liked coffee.
Yeah.
But yes, I can't remember why he was asking about the Starbucks, but it was funny that he asked about Alexandria, and I was like, I have.
Didn't we stay there?
I think we stayed there one night.
Was that when we stayed there?
Or did we just go there for dinner? I feel like us eating
I remember
pizza.
almost dying in the van. Multiple times.
Yes. Larry.
Yes.
That
was scary.
I feel like maybe we were at that rat motel, and then we got to
then we got to go out to eat.
I feel like it.
I don't remember eating that night. I mean, I don't remember.
Or maybe it was.
What did we even do? I don't even remember.
For some reason, I remember eating pizza in Alexandria.
Right.
But I don't know if that's true.
We did.
Okay.
We did. And then they had like all those like people on the streets doing stuff. Remember there was like a guy doing magic.
Yes.
And
and that was fun.
I was like, yes.
Because that was stuff that we never really seen before here.
Before.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked all of that.
Yeah.
That was a fun trip.
It was fun. You and the homeless man in Georgetown. We're like, don't talk to him. How many times did we tell you?
I know.
Stop talking. And then what does he do? Follow us.
Yes.
Hey, you're like, we're from out of town.
I know.
What the hell?
I know. You can tell I was from a small town.
Yes.
It was like, I'm just gonna
tell this guy, this homeless guy, whatever.
Yes.
Speaking of homeless, did you see that video? There's another off the wall thing. But in California, a homeless man was eating another leg off of a real human. Like it was like an amputated leg or something. I mean, It was a real leg.
Oh my God.
They showed it. Well, they blurred out the leg, but it was on TMZ. He was just eating it.
Well, he was hungry. He's homeless.
I don't give a shit. That's spooky.
That is a little spooky. I'd be like, where did you get that
leg? Where did that leg come from?
Right. And did you
saw it off the guy?
Right. Like,
or what lady? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
No, I did just see. I don't know if I sent this to you or not, but I did see a video in New York, and this is when I miss New York.
Yeah.
And then I see stuff
and
like
you're
this.
Like,
and
I don't.
I'm good. I'm guessing he was homeless, but I can't say for sure. But I don't know why. But like, so in the subway, some of them have like turnstile, like to get
in. Yeah.
And then there are some that have like there's just a door, and that's it's like you can see through it, like it's a barred door or whatever. And sometimes that's for people that are like handicapped or whatever. I don't know why this one guy was going through that door.
Okay.
But then this homeless guy gets up, and the other guy like hurry up and slams the door so he can't like get in. And this guy with his booty all hanging out, he'd have no shirt, and his pants were like almost down. He like starts screaming, and he jumps over the turnstile, because I mean you can,
right?
Like,
well, yeah, if you can do it, do it.
Yeah, he jumps over the turnstile. You see people that are already on, like had gone through, and they're like waiting for a train. They are like running because they're probably so scared. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm glad. I'm good.
Oh, so what ended up happening?
I don't know. I think it was just like on a TikTok. And I was like, I don't know why someone was just filming.
Right.
But people
we
film
didn't have
all the
any
time.
really wild experiences on the train in DC, did we?
I don't remember anything.
Can you believe that, though, that they let us just go wherever
we wanted? I know.
At like 16, 17?
I know. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
I don't either.
It was
maybe we weren't supposed to, but our chaperones didn't care.
We're like, you're good. Because I feel like if my mom was there, she would have been like, no.
I know.
You don't need
You're
to
not
do
going
that.
out at night.
Yeah.
In a big city.
Especially because you're, going through banquet halls and
right. Causing
talking to homeless people. Having them follow you.
Yeah, that was scary. We ducked into a Banana Republic, I believe.
Was it?
I think so.
I remember.
I
You guys were probably like, oh, we shouldn't have brought her back into our group. Let her back in.
We just said, oh, why
would have been like
Kate with us?
Yeah. Should have been like, you're out. for the second time.
You stay with this homeless man.
Yeah. I mean, I kept you guys entertained.
Yeah.
And you didn't die.
No, you didn't. No. I would have been in the van. I still remember that. That was just...
I mean, I almost died for you.
Why?
Getting a... Not in D.C., but in New York.
Oh, in New York when you got in the van. Well, that's your own fault. You got in the van, not mine.
I know.
I just asked you for a purse. I really
wanted to get you your purse. That's what friends are for. They get in
and it was a very nice
sketchy vans in Chinatown.
It was a very nice purse.
I think I got both you. I think you and Jenny.
Did you?
I think. Because I was like, well, I'm leaving New York. What do you guys want?
Yeah.
And it was like one of those times where like no one, like usually they're like, oh yeah, come on in,
right.
Go in the back, the door, the wall's going to open up and you can go in
and you go back.
Secret
but no,
room.
they put
but
you
honestly, when you think about that and you're just
you're
just going into some secret.
Right. Some secret room was, and lock you down there for 20 years and you have 7 kids.
I know.
Nobody will ever see you again.
I know. And Bender's just saying, well, screws fall out.
Screws fall out
every day. Who would have been your friend there in Breakfast Club? Who do you think you would have been your friend?
I don't know. Probably Andrew, but John, funny wise, you'd want to, and it seems like that's how like delinquents are. They're funny. They try to make themselves, for people to like them.
Yeah.
So I probably would have been like, you're so funny. And,
Right. I'm wondering like if they made that, well, there's been a thing where they're like, do not try to remake. I mean, they should not remake any of those movies. No. The only thing I would be like, yeah, I'd be okay with that if they had like where they were the parents.
Oh yeah,
and not even like having them be a whole
big
like
role or whatever.
Yeah. But I don't even want their kids to be in detention.
Yeah,
but somehow
something with that.
Yeah.
And you said it'd probably be their grandkids now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be kids. It would probably be their grandkids if it's been 40 years.
But then maybe the grandkids are little, so it'd have to be like an elementary school.
They're in Mrs. Reenie's detention. Yeah. There's certain things, when they do a remake and it's like, no. Don't make a remake.
Make it over.
Like that.
No.
Don't touch that.
Just like Dirty Dancing. When they did that Dirty Dancing remake, I'm like, no. Don't do that.
No. I agree. And it's like, I don't want any of those. Really, any of those.
No.
Don't, just make a new movie.
Right.
Don't make a
remake.
Nope. Let's maybe they brought Carl.
Right.
Who did love Carl.
I did like Carl too.
Who is in one of our other very favorite John Hughes movies.
16 Candles.
Yeah. The oily bohunk. And you know what? You don't really think, you're like, oh yeah, that is him. Like he has hair and everything in that one. Yeah. Like long hair.
Yeah.
But
the greasy bohunk.
He is. And totally 2 different characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about that one another time.
Yes.
Because I could think if there's 3 people that were in that movie that were in Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Maybe there's more. I don't know. But for sure, Molly Ringwald, Michael Anthony Hall. And Carl.
Yep, and Carl.
I'm sorry, but I don't know Carl's name.
I don't either.
His actual name.
His actual name? Well, I'll let you know here what it is. It is what I probably won't be able to pronounce it. It's John Kapolis.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
So
I just know him as Oily Bohonk and Carl.
Yeah, and Carl.
Yeah.
Right? But, we really didn't even... I have to bring this up
bring it up.
just because we really didn't even talk. One of my favorite parts, besides I'm trying out for a scholarship, is when Bender says, does Barry Manilow know you rate his wardrobe?
Yes.
I will say that to Chuck all the time when he just walks out in something that's ridiculous.
That is a very good.
Yes.
That's a very good line.
That is a good line.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So.
You know, is another like, and it was like kind of a dark part of the movie is when they're all like sitting, and it's when they all find out like what they did. It's like probably the most real moments of the movie,
right?
But I still don't know how she did that lipstick thing.
I don't either. I could never do that.
No, me either. And she didn't really have that many boobs. So
I know.
It's like many. I don't know why you had more than one or more than two, but yeah, when she did that.
No. I've always tried to do that. I'm trying it right now.
You are, yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think
I don't.
my lips, it would be all over my face.
Maybe she really well.
But you know, though, the person that was like so rude about it was Bender,
and
then they end up together. And I want, you know, there's like
she gives him her earring.
She does,
her diamond.
She goes into that like he was in like that closet, and then they. and she finds him there, and how she gets out of the library to find him,
right?
You know, and she gives him her earring, and he literally pokes a hole in his ear, and you know, some part of me is like, I don't know if that's like for women to be like, well, this person was like so mean to me, because he's mean to her throughout the whole movie. He's never like
princess. He calls her.
Yeah. Super.
She's a snob.
Yeah. All the stuff.
Yeah.
And then she gives him an earring.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you'd be great because this would be great for my parents." Yeah. Get back at the parents. Yeah.
They would just love him.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they divorced?
They're divorced.
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
So then she's always like, "I'm in the middle." And
yep.
I feel like Allison was probably like, her parents were probably like, who am I picking up?
Or
Claire gives her that makeover.
Right.
And then all of a sudden when she rips off the letter
from his jacket.
And I can remember his dad, he's picking him up and he's in like a truck.
Yes.
And he like looks to be like, who's that girl that you were just kissing and then ripped your letter off of your jacket? Because he probably doesn't like that he's even looking at girls, because he needs to be focused.
Wrestling. In his tights. They're the required uniform.
Right. They are the required uniform.
Tights.
They're the required uniform. I do love that. That is good.
Yeah.
Tights.
Yep.
Yeah. And poor Brian, his mom. That was his real mom.
Oh! I didn't know that.
And sister.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
In real life. And when she's all like, you find a way to study, mister.
We don't have to study, Mom. And
like we can't study. We just have to sit there. Well, you find a way to study, mister. And the little girl, the sister, is like, yeah.
I would have to go home and watch that.
I know. Because he has the flare gun.
Yes.
Bender is just always there.
Always
right?
there, yeah.
What did Claire do?
I don't know.
Why is she
Did she
there?
skip school did she go shopping?
Oh, maybe.
Is that what
she
it was?
Skipped school. It might have been.
I think it might have been.
Yeah. And then Allison, she just didn't have anything to do.
And then Andrew,
he
did the butt cheeks.
Yeah, he like glued them together or whatever, taped them
or glued them. Yeah.
And then they taped him because when they pulled the tape off, all his hair and some skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you think it's funny, and then
he
it's
says
not so funny.
And that was Brian's friend that they did that too.
That's right. You see, Anthony Michael Hall is like very vulnerable in this compared to, I feel like, any other movie at least I've seen him in. Well, Launa, this was a good one.
It was.
And it's exciting.
It was exciting. Again, another exciting episode
with Kate and Launa. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening.